Thanks for joining me today. Today I think we're going to do a little e-bike riding. I recently discovered it's quite a long stretch. I believe about 65 miles from Pennacook, New Hampshire to White River Junction, Vermont, right along this rail trail. Beautiful day. Please consider subscribing if you like metal detecting, bottle digging, little adventures. It would mean a lot. So here's kind of the map. And you can pause it if you want to take a look at it, but yeah, pretty long trail. Let me just show you real quick what we're using. It's my slightly modified puckipuppy corgi, or so the story says. The owner really liked dogs, so all their e-bike models are named after dog breeds, and I got the corgi. Kind of chose that because it's small, compact, to kind of get to places metal detecting a little bit quicker, so I needed something a little bit on the smaller side. Got the cell phone holder, that's the control panel, little bag to keep stuff. My DJI action cam mount. Bear spray. One side for shovel, one side for metal detector, and I bought these steel plates and mounted them. Little side bag. Alright, let's get to it. So, we're gonna start the GPS and see how far we go and where we go. Alright, let's get going. Yeah, so as I was on the trail, I found something kind of interesting. But check that out. I don't know if you can see it yet. An old railroad bridge. Let's hop. Pretty sweet, huh? Let's see if we can get a little better vantage point without getting soaked. Easier said than done, but I have to say there is a ton. I passed probably another 2 bridges after that one, and we'll kind of check them out on the way back. But there's like a ton little, right off the main trail, little detours, little paths going off the trail to kind of beautiful spaces kind of along the river. And this one looked especially nice. Laid that down. So hopefully no one sees it. Wow, that's nice. Oh, sand. Wow. That's the Merrimack River. A little bit of a waterfall here. Wow. Like a mini flume. I want to get up here and check, see what it looks like. Hopefully these rocks are stable. Not slippery. Wow. This is pretty cool. Culvert of sorts. Wow, that is pretty cool. You can come back for future videos and explore this even more. Wow. Oh, I'm gonna go in a little bit more. Check out the construction on the ceiling. All cut and dressed granite, these big slabs going down the length of it. You can see them, big cut squares of granite, probably all the way to the other side. And definitely a lot to see out here. It's going to take more than one trip to see it all. Kind of came out here. Wanted to kind of check that point. I noticed this beautiful cardinal flowers. They often grow around riverbanks. You can obviously tell why they're called cardinal flowers. That's a neat little spot. This is kind of huge rock outcropping. Imagine a lot of people come down here to go fishing. Looks like a pretty good spot for that. I don't know if you can hear it. You can probably see it. All those bugs moving around. Look at them all over there. They're kind of, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but they kind of make the noise of like when you're going under a power line. Kind of as I'm sitting here, two giant smallmouth bass just kind of went swimming by right down there. Now if you can see it, right above that barbed wire fence to my left is the county prison. So, we're entering a new town. Welcome, now entering Lakes Region trail system. I saw this going across the river and it looked really interesting. Again, you can pause that if you want to read it. Boston John Clark was a man with great strength. Legend has it that he could pick up a 700-pound roll of lead and carry it on his shoulder up a 40-foot ladder. He had brawn and brains and great strength. This looked very interesting. As a way to get across. And it's locked, as I figured it would be. USGS Stream Gauging Station. Get on that and go right across the pulley. Pull yourself along. And right down there is one of the USGS huts where they measure water levels and such. This used to be in another old train bridge. I'm going to check my mileage in a second, see how far we've come. Narrow road. And kind of right along where the tracks used to be. This barn. Now right around the corner it said security cameras in use, so we're just going to leave this one be and admire it from here. Could have been a flag stop, small train station, but I don't think so, judging by that barn door. So, alright, let's check our mileage. We have gone 12 miles. So, looks like there's another option. The Winnie Rail Trail, that way, as in Lake Winnipesaukee. Another day. I'm pretty impressed with all the amount of trails around here, really. Just passed a sign earlier that said 1764 first grist mill. So apparently there was a mill in this area in the colonial days. Came out to this lake. But I saw something interesting on the other side I wanted to show you. What looked like a little waterfall. Definitely a lot to explore in the area. Hopefully we don't slip on the rocks. Wow, look at that. Pretty cool. So I saw a little beach over here. Just wanted to check it out. I kind of lost track of what town I was in, so I mean I could always go on my phone, but what fun is that? I just wanted to cut through this little bridge over here to show you. Going through the train bridge. Well, probably not a train bridge. So, I don't have all the cameras, but that's the lake. So, I think I'm going to stop here. Let's see what our mileage is at. 15 miles, and then we got to make it 15 miles back. But, I don't know how well you can see that. According to this, my battery life is still really, really good. Sure hope that's accurate. So it doesn't seem to have dropped any, but I've been on pedal assist 1 and 2 most of the time, pedaling constantly. But what I'm gonna do is probably use full throttle on the way back and see if that battery bar drops at all, and see if in fact that gauge is right, because that's kind of crazy if that's the case. All right, on our way back. So I'm pretty sure that the battery bar is accurate. It just dropped 1 right there. I don't know if you can see it. That's how much we've used the empty spot. That's how much we have left. So sorry about the dog barking. The beach is kind of like right over there. So anyway, and this trail is pretty much all just like this. So based on that, we've gone 15 miles. So 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. So the battery life advertised 80 miles. So on this particular trip, it looks like we're going to get more than that. But just to be safe, I'd say around 75, 80. But that's on pedal assist 1 and pedal assist 2. And with a totally flat area. Still, that's pretty impressive. I'm still going to go full throttle back to see just how much juice it uses. So meet you at the end. Well, unless we find other things that are interesting. I'm not sure how I missed this. I was probably, that's the gas station I stopped at. Needed a little boost, so I got a Monster Energy and some combos. That's a good combo right there. That's what I thought it was. Railroad turntable. Remnants of this 19th century railroad turntable pose a bit of a mystery. Most railroad turntables were associated with a roundhouse, the garage, if you will, where locomotives were kept when not in use. And you can read the rest of it. So, there it is. We'll use the proper entrance, the proper one. It's like a giant swimming pool. I thought those were pieces of metal from up there, but those are acorns. Pretty cool. And we're back where we started for a grand total of 35 miles. But it was great. Highly recommend it. Lots to see.